I usually look forward to Extreme Rules every year because with the extreme stipulations, it allows the WWE to do more with the matches, and it seems to be well placed as the follow up pay per view, or as they'll call them now, special event after WrestleMania. And I think Extreme Rules 2014 in general was a very good show. Actually, a lot of things that I enjoyed this past Sunday. And only one thing, other than the small nitpicky stuff you'd usually expect from me, there was only one thing and one major thing that really bothered me about this show. Otherwise, it was a really good show and very easy to sit through for 3 hours on Sunday. If you're going to do something, go all the way. And if you missed this WLC match on the Extreme Rules pre-show, then shame on you. The WWE went all the fucking way with this. Midget wrestlers, midget refs, midget commentators. This wasn't midget awesome. This was full-fledged, full-grown fucking awesome. In fact, I really wish this match would have been on the damn main card. I just had that feeling when they announced it that it was going to be something truly epic and awesome. And by God, it sure the fuck was. I hope they continue to feud Torito and Hornswoggle. This shit was incredible. So the official kickoff match to Extreme Rules 2014 on the main card was this triple threat match between Swagger, RVD, and Cesaro. And you know what? This was one of the few matches on this card that actually had an Extreme Rules type of stipulation, and it worked out very well. This was a good match, a good way to kick off the show, especially following that epic and awesome pre-show match, that WLC match. Oh, God, incredible stuff. But right here, you have Cesaro go over, pins RVD. Maybe that starts a feud between these two, heading maybe towards SummerSlam, whatever. Good match, right guy wins, no complaints. After seeing what I saw at Extreme Rules 2014, I'm even more convinced that Alexander Rusev is just nothing more than a Lana showcase. They're giving a manager or valet, whatever you want to refer to her as, her own music. She gets a chance to talk. She was praising Vladimir Putin. That shit was fucking awesome. The idiots are chanting USA, USA. So maybe this is an example where the WWE miscalculated, and you notice they said that he's the Bulgarian brute, but yet he resides in Russia now. So maybe they realize that they missed the boat. Nobody cares about a Bulgarian. They will care about a Russian, especially his Ivan Drago type of gimmick. The handicap tag match kind of was what it was. It was basically a mostly glorified squash match, and that's what it needed to be. I'm just concerned again with Rusev that he's going to be a guy that this company has a hard-on for 6 months to a year like they did in the past with Kozlov and Umaga. And then they're not going to know what the fuck to do with him, and he's just going to kind of wither away and get future endeavored. And maybe they don't really care because maybe, again, like I said, they're just using this as a showcase piece for Lana, which I think a lot of you are enjoying. One problem that I had with the Intercontinental Championship match is this. I get that the people wanted Wade Barrett to win, and I get that the people wanted Wade Barrett to have his moment, and they feel for Wade Barrett. They know that it's been a disappointment what's happened with him in the WWE. But why the fuck did Big E need to get booed as a result? What the fuck did Big E do to those people there at the Izod Center? What the fuck was wrong with these people for booing Big E? What is he doing that's so bad that requires you to have to boo him? If you don't want to cheer for Big E, that's one thing, but why boo him? He's a young man trying to get over, and God forbid we have a young black man get over in the fucking WWE. Why do we have to sit there and boo him just so that way you can cheer Wade Barrett anyways? Just fucking cheer Wade Barrett, you dipshits. And as far as this match goes, there were a couple awkward moments, yes, frankly, involving Big E. But an okay match. You get the big moment. Wade Barrett becomes the Intercontinental Champion. And ultimately, we'll see. Am I going to sit there and fully buy and believe that this is going to mean big things for the Intercontinental title? No. Wade Barrett's been down this path before, and it hasn't gone very well, just like it hasn't for so many recent Intercontinental champions. It's almost like I said before, an example, the fans understand what it means more than the WWE, and the fans buy it more than the WWE, and the fans want this belt to be pushed more than the WWE does. Hopefully with Wade Barrett's bad news gimmick, which, by the way, is going to be an incredible babyface gimmick at some point in time, maybe it's one of those things that since he talks, They're going to feature him every week on television, which they haven't done with Big E. And maybe they'll actually put him into storylines and feuds revolving around that IC title, which, again, they didn't do with Big E. But it remains to be seen. I hope this means something good for Bad News Barrett. I do. Ego loves ego. Ego respects ego. And you guys already know, before the Shield Evolution 6-man tag, which frankly I was surprised it mid-carded. I actually thought when it was put in the mid-card that maybe Evolution was actually going to win here, since you were putting together this faction. This is their first pay-per-view match back together as a faction. You maybe could have and should have made the argument for them winning this match and going over somehow and, you know, trying to establish them as heels, whatever the case might be. But that interview backstage with the three of them, with Renee Young, holy fucking shit. They're talking about egos, and they're talking about how big their egos are, and you can only imagine how fact-worthy this whole segment was. And then the look on Renee Young's face as she realizes who she's surrounded by. And I'm looking at Batista, and the whole time he ain't saying nothing. I could just envision him saying, "Yeah, Dean Ambrose, I'm gonna fuck your bitch." Triple H said, "You're damn right we got egos. We got massive egos. And we fucking should. You're damn right, Hunter. You're damn right." All this segment needed was John Cena and Sheamus and a returning Shawn Michaels. And the Breakfast Club is back fully together once again, bitches, to dominate the WWE. Oh, incredible stuff. God, the fucking interview. That made my night right there. And then you got to the match. A really damn good match. And I will say this, for all of the people that wanted to sit there and crap on Batista since his return, unlike a John Cena, who doesn't put people over at the right time, or when he does it in such a half-ass way that it makes his opponent look even worse for actually beating him, you look at Batista now. He tapped out to Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania 30, and now he turned around here and he did a clean job to Roman Reigns at Extreme Rules. Is the guy really that bad? Frankly, at this point, I'd rather see more emphasis of Batista than I would of John Cena, because at least Batista is getting the reaction that they want Batista to get at this point in time, and he's actually fucking putting people over the right way. I'm just saying. This was a really good match, a really fun match. It sounds like Batista may be in the fold for Payback, maybe not. Hopefully they do a rematch between these two teams again at Payback, and maybe Evolution goes over here, so that way you get another match down the road, and you can set up maybe to Triple H and Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. Again, I'm fine with that, especially if we get this type of quality of match again. To me, in a show with a few good matches, this was the spotlight match. This was the match of the night right there in the middle of the show. There frankly was only one thing that I really truly had a problem with on this entire Extreme Rules show. Just one thing, and wouldn't you know, that one thing involved John Cena and this piece of shit match that we got, Bray Wyatt versus John Cena in a steel cage. Now, I can't begin to tell you how much this sucked and how bad this truly was. I mean, you're talking again about a John Cena who wins when he shouldn't, and when he loses, it's done in such a bullshit fashion that it actually makes him look better and makes the other guy who actually wins be the loser in the fucking match. See right here, Extreme Rules 2014. John Cena had no fucking business going over Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania 30, period. And that was basically a 3-on-1 handicap match to a certain degree. Then a couple of weeks later on Raw, they have another 3-on-1 handicap match, and here's fucking John Cena damn near winning that match too. Ended up finishing in a mosh kind of disqualification. So at no point in time do I view Bray Wyatt as a legit, credible heel threat, solo, mano-a-mano, one-on-one to a John Cena. All the people that always talk about John Cena needs to turn heel, why the fuck would he need to turn heel? He already is. John Cena is the obstacle. This is the clear-cut, perfect example for the WWE of why the heroes are the heels and the villains are the heroes. The reason being is because of bullshit like this. At no point in time did they give you any shred of believability at all that Bray Wyatt could actually beat a John Felix Anthony Cena one-on-one. And I thought the whole purpose of this fucking steel cage match, even though again it made no fucking sense because Bray Wyatt couldn't beat him with help at WrestleMania, how the hell could he beat him without help in a steel cage at Extreme Rules? I thought the whole purpose was to see what Bray Wyatt and John Cena could do one-on-one. This match was shit. It was nothing but showcasing John Cena and making showcase John Cena, make him look like a fucking god. Do we need to do that? Everybody understands WWE that he's your bread and butter. Everybody understands WWE that he is your fucking guy. Can you not clearly see the problem with this picture and the John Cena monster and John Cena problem that you have created? This is why you have trouble creating new fucking stars in the WWE, is because of horse shit like this. So let me get this straight. Cena can dominate Bray Wyatt. He can even overcome all this shit with Luke Harper and Eric Rowan. And of all things, when Cena gets ready to escape the cage, he doesn't do it because of a fucking kid in a robe singing a damn song. Not only was that ridiculous, it just flat out insults our freaking intelligence. Why would a John Cena, after fighting basically 3 fucking guys and being in a position to escape and win, why would he be backed up by, of all things, a fucking kid singing a song? No, this, I don't care what you say, was dumb, was stupid, and is the typical type of bullshit that you get with a John Cena feud and a John Cena program. He either, like I said, wins when he shouldn't, WrestleMania 30, or every step along the way, they make it look like John Cena has no fucking business losing. Maybe they would have a better chance of getting John Cena still in 2014 after almost a decade of pounding him consistently into that fucking top spot. Again, I will emphasize, this guy has been in the top spot longer than Hulk Hogan was in the fucking WWF in the 80s and early 90s. John fucking Cena. And it's 2014. Cena is fucking 37 years old. And we still can't put somebody over his ass 100% clean. And don't bring up the Daniel Bryan shit. There's still an excuse. He had the arm injury. And even then, he couldn't fucking tap out. He had to sit there and lose via pinfall. Because you can't have John Cena do that shit. No, maybe that's the problem, WWE. It's because of shit like this. It's because of shit like this that people don't gravitate more to Cena other than the kids and the preteen girls. And the reason being is because we have no reason to get emotionally invested in him. Because we view him as the fucking obstacle with no obstacles to overcome. Because guess what? He is the damn obstacle. This match was stupid. This match was trash. I don't care about the finish. That was fucking stupid too. All it did was make John Cena and anything he's involved with look like shit. And that's a shame. WrestleMania 30. Bray Wyatt can't go over at the bigger show. Now at Extreme Rules, the only fucking way Bray Wyatt can go over is because of a little kid in a robe singing a fucking song. Even with all the help he got, Harper in the damn cage, Rowan in the damn cage, John Cena's still about the damn win, and a kid halted him in his fucking tracks? Give me a fucking break. As far as the Divas Championship match, to me, it kind of served the purpose on the card that it needed to. It was an attempt to showcase Paige at a special event or a pay-per-view, her first one, and she did okay. I think it's still going to take a little bit before she fully connects with the audience. And it also served as the place filler between the Steel Cage match and the WWE World Heavyweight Championship match at the end of the night. So again, from a standpoint of accomplishing what it needed to accomplish, it put Paige over at a pay-per-view, it showcased her a little bit, and it served as a space filler. So the Divas title match, if nothing else, did what it was supposed to do. And then we get to the end of the night, the main event, and I applaud WWE for actually doing it. I thought they were going to sit there and put this as the semi-main, and they didn't. They actually made this the main event match of the night, and that was the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And you know, I'm glad the WWE did that. They made the right decision. You know, you can't just sit there and say, now that Daniel Bryan's champion, like you did with CM Punk so often, well, you know what, he's the champion, but he's not the top guy, so as a result, he's going to work here, and we'll put Cena in most of the fucking main events. Actually, when I saw Shield and Evolution in the middle of the card, I was actually very terrified that Cena and Wyatt was actually going to main event the show. And thank fucking God it didn't, with the big, resounding piece of monkey crap that it ended up being. I'm glad the WWE World Heavyweight Championship match actually main evented this show. And yes, at the end of the day, I still don't care about this feud. I still wasn't really that interested during this match because, again, I don't have any interest of seeing these two guys wrestle anymore. I don't have any interest of seeing a mid-40s Kane in 2014 in the WWE title picture. Did these two guys go out there and do a good job? Deliver a main event pay-per-view quality type of match? Yes. Did you get a memorable moment or two out of the match? Yes. Did I like the way the match was booked to finish in the sense that Daniel Bryan had to put Kane through a flaming table for Kane to come back in the ring and Daniel Bryan to get a quick one off. 1, 2, 3, he wins, and then Kane instantly sits up? Yes. Because here at least you could say the babyface went over, but he had to do so much just to beat the fucking heel. You feel like he actually didn't get the best of the heel and that the heel could still get him, especially with Kane sitting up the way he fucking did. So, unlike what they did with the trash of Bray Wyatt and John Cena in that steel cage match, I think the WWE did a good job with the booking and presentation of this match here. And again, it was a good, solid finish to the show. Like I said, though, ultimately, I just don't give a fuck about the feud. Like I said at the beginning, I look forward to Extreme Rules every year in part because I feel like it's a really good, well-placed follow-up show to WrestleMania, and it has the chance to do some different things that WrestleMania doesn't. There's been examples in recent years where Extreme Rules might actually be better than the WrestleMania show that it follows. I don't know if that was the case quite for Extreme Rules 2014, but again, with the exception of, oh yeah, where the fuck were the Usos and Ryback on this card? Did I miss them on the pre-show, or did it just not happen, and did they not give us something they advertised? That's not good. That's not cool. Other than one really bad thing that pissed me off, which it will, and it always will, because it involves the John Cena problem and this fucking John Cena monster. Everything else on the show served its purpose and was good. You had a few really good matches. The triple threat match was pretty good. The IC title match was okay. Shield and Evolution was really damn good, and to me, the match of the night. And then the WWE World Heavyweight Championship match was pretty damn good, too. So some of your featured matches really delivered. It's just a shame that that steel cage match was such a drizzling pile of shit. Does that ruin this show for me? Absolutely not. It was still a good show in spite of the suck, of the vortex, of the abyss that has become the John Cena problem in WWE.